Okay,
We're live?
we're live.
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I am recovering from Denver and just feeling good, honestly.
I feel like something has happened to you in the past
24 hours.
24 hours, honestly, because I saw you this weekend and it wasn't quite at this level of I don't
I
know,
know.
like I don't want to call it like it's just a reinvigoration.
I had a moment. I do my morning pages.
Mhm.
And I just had a moment this morning in my morning pages where I was just like, this sounds so stupid. And I'm so glad there's only 19 people watching. But I was like, oh, it was just like so clear to me in this moment that I was like, I'm the main character.
Yeah.
Nobody else is the main character of your life but you. And
Yes.
I was like, this is my one life.
God-given life.
God granted moments in this world. And I
Yeah,
was just like, there's one person to account for,
totally.
myself.
Number 1. Number 1.
Numero uno.
Yeah.
And it was just like a real moment of clarity. And I was just like, anything else should just turn off,
I'm so
you
happy
know?
for you. I'm so happy for you because as your friend, I've been bearing witness to you through the last couple months when it's been a lot of outward focused energy.
Yeah.
And it's it's upsetting to see that because I'm like you no one's taking care of you and you're not
Uh-huh.
thinking about yourself first. You're not putting yourself first. You're putting other people first. And so I'm just happy. Long live the king. Long may that last.
Yeah, I really wanna hold it close,
I wanna
hold
hold
it
it close too. Yeah.
yeah,
I wanna hold it
I don't want it to fizzle away, anywhere at all.
totally.
And so
I saw this tweet, maybe we could just, like, tape it to our desktops or something, but I saw this tweet that was like, "What would you do if you had 10x more agency?" And it was just
Mhm.
like a San Francisco, Silicon Valley, like, think boy thing where they
Uh-huh.
all jump in and they're, like, with their Giro tickets and stuff, but, like, I do think there's something in it that's powerful. That's like,
So powerful.
if you were to take things into your own hands completely and, like, in an exponential way, like, what would you make possible for yourself?
Right.
And,
And
it just has really been resonating.
yeah, and I feel as though you have said for months, "Natasha, the weather is gonna change and you will feel different." And for months, I've just been like, "When? When?"
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then last night, one martini in, I was
Mhm.
like,
Here we are.
"Here we are. Here we are."
Yeah.
Met up with a friend, found an old vape in the bottom of my bag,
Mhm.
walked through the West Village, and I was just
Mhm.
like, "Send the text, send the DM,
Yeah.
ship it." And, like, what do I have to lose? Not a thing. Not
No.
a thing.
And they come to you. Speaking of, can you help me while we have a couple minutes while we're waiting for people to join? Can you help me get this set up?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe. Actually, I'm not
Okay. So
actually
just
sure.
for folks, we're going to give it another 2 minutes for people to join and then we're going to jump into what we got going on for today. In the meantime, I have a vape here from
The
Puff
puff
Paw,
paw.
which
Yeah.
we did an event with in Denver. And it's very cool. It's very like it's a whole thing here. Um,
There it is.
and I opened it the other day when I was in Denver, and I was like, "Grill, let's get the vape going." But it is quite a convoluted.
Yeah, okay. So, my ring light's a little bright.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's a plastic thing on the bottom of the smaller thing that you need to
Uh-huh.
take off.
Take this off.
Take that off.
Okay. Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a lip
Oh,
on
oh,
it.
oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
You
like a
take that
okay.
off.
This guy, yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then, you should can you move the little one a little closer for me, please? Okay, yeah.
Vape juice.
So,
Yep.
okay, the vape juice, uh, bag, I don't know, should I think it goes on like, keep the lip
Oh, on
up.
the top.
No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. Turn
okay.
it around. No, no, no. Turn it around. Drop it in there. Drop it in there. And it should click. Is it clicking?
No, but I think I might
Okay.
have the
Okay.
wrong one.
Turn it around.
Okay. Should I take this off?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Take that off too.
Okay. Oh, 5 minutes in. Okay, great. Great, great. Okay. Okay.
Clicked.
Yeah, clicked.
Okay, great. What flavor did you choose?
I don't know. It was gifted. It was given to me.
Well,
I'm
no,
not
no.
gonna vape right now, but
There's
what?
three flavors there. There's three flavors there.
Oh, I don't know. It will be a
Anyway, my
surprise
favorite's the oolong. My favorite's the oolong. Just for the record.
just for folks to know.
Okay, so this is Dumb Bitch Hour. This is a show where Deana and I are the dumb bitches, and we talk about what's happening on the internet, in crypto, on the news, tech news. We're here. We're having fun. It's not that serious. And the other thing is that there is a chat, and what people don't understand, I just realized this, is that when we're here, you have to click into the live, and then there's a chat on the side, and like it's quite fun. So
Yeah.
jump on in. Like
And
don't.
I also can see the chat too. So if you
Uh-huh.
guys say stuff, then we could see it from our screen as well.
We can see it. So we're gonna jump in again. This is Dumb Bitch Hour. Good news for pod listeners. We are taking this and putting it back on Spotify starting this week. So if you're a podcast listener and you're tuning in later, nice to talk with you. And we've missed you.
Yeah, I would say that was the top request.
Yeah.
From seeing folks this week was like, what's going on with RSS feed? And I'm like, well, we're doing lives now, and people are like, well, I
What does
can't
that
make
mean for me?
that, or like
Yeah.
lots of chat.
I got one person who was like, I'm not on Twitter. And I was like, ma'am,
Good for you.
what are you doing here? This is a Wendy's. I was like at ETHDenver. But I
Okay,
respect
we
that.
also are doing a giveaway today. I don't
Okay.
have a knife to open this box, but the Critter air monitoring device is
Mhm.
in here. I have two. One is earmarked for Riley to send to her, but the other one we have to give away. And
Kate, maybe you can pull up like a photo of it. It can come later. I know it might take some time to get there, but like it's a really cute little critter air monitor. And we're
air
doing a giveaway.
monitor and like Tamagotchi game. And
Yeah.
they were at the decentralized acceleration day in DevCon, and just a really cool hacker team. And they've got this thing that they're 3D printing like in their house, but it works really well. And it's obviously has air monitoring stuff, and we've talked about that on previous episodes. But also there's like this gamified element as well. So very clever, cool team, cool project, and we're giving one away at the end of the show. So
To be eligible, there is a giveaway that is pinned at the top of the chat. So again, got to get in the chat and put your information, and then Kate is going to choose a random winner at the end of Dumb Bitch Hour. So that's what's up.
Oh, someone said I can listen to it during my walks now. Love the lives though. But yes, I think that was
Right.
someone came up to me at our party in ETHDenver and was like, "Hey, I actually
Oh, there's the
listened."
critter.
Oh,
Look how
great,
cute she is. She's
so cute,
adorable.
so cute.
I love it.
Oh, and this one actually, this one that they sent me has a burner wallet in it, so
Oh,
it has one
great.
of these in it.
Move,
And
move. Oh, there you go.
okay, here,
Burner.
which we
Yeah,
love the
great.
burner wallet, so cute. So that's that. But yeah, so someone came up to me and she was like, I have a routine where I clean my house and I listen to you guys, and
Oh,
she's
that's
like,
so
that's
nice.
no longer. And I think that's harder with a live playback because you're like in
Tough. Yeah.
Twitter and yeah.
Also,
Anyway,
anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever. It's going back on the feed. And that's
there
what's up.
is. Yeah.
Okay. Should we get started?
I'm gonna share my screen here.
We're going with a deck approach, so that it's less scary. I will say I did put there's like a video we will need to watch. So, but that's all good.
Okay. Can you
This
see it?
speaks for itself. We can see.
Okay, yeah. So just wanted to start here. Overheard in SF, crypto girls are red flags, bro. Ivy sent this to me. And I
Love
feel
it.
I love it. I think it's true.
I am the red flag.
I love all of the girlies that are in and around Boys Club, and they're all perfect and 10 out of 10. But you got to be crazy to work in this industry or to be in this
Absolutely,
industry.
they'll go.
You have to be crazy. And like I think of some of the group chats that I'm in, and I'm like, these people are, and myself included,
Red flags.
totally.
Just one there, one there, one there, and I love every single one of them. And I got, what's so funny is I woke up to this text. This was sent around. This, well, we're moving.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm dizzy. This was sent around the group chat or Slack, our Slack, and then I woke up to a text from my friend Reggie. This exact tweet. So others also are
Yes.
able to identify that this
Yes,
is us.
yes.
So okay.
And then this is really what it brings up for me. I hated Jesus too, is what I tell myself. I have been like reconciling something with myself though, which is like you have been every once in a while pulling up the screenshot of the book, the Power of Being Disliked. What is it called?
I'm obsessed. That has been burning a hole in
What
my
is it
pocket.
called? The power
Let me
to
look it up. No,
be
it's
disliked.
It's not power. It's not power. It's
The
something
freedom
like
to be disliked.
the strength. Hold on. I tweeted it and got a pretty good engagement on my tuna salad. The courage to be disliked.
The courage to be disliked. The courage to be disliked. And I've been thinking a lot about the courage to be disliked. And I want, in similar to what would you do if you have 10x more agency? I want the courage to be disliked. And
totally.
this is what I'm bringing into spring 2025.
Let's hear it.
Riley, the courage to be disliked. Just that. Like it's number one. For me, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and people will like it or they will dislike it. And
you have that's none of your business.
It's
actually.
None of my business what people think. It's none of my business. And you know what? The issue is that Twitter makes it your business because you see it and you see people shit talking or subtweeting or whatever. And you're like, oh, wait, is this my business to care about what people think about me? But actually, it's not. That's a false flag.
It's a bad indicator. It's bad data. It's bad data.
It's bad data.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Anyway.
Great. We're just like Jesus. Okay, you're gonna take this one, right?
It's just a really quick piece here on this rejection letter. So this went viral, I don't know, yesterday. I guess Ben Stiller offered Barack Obama the role of the Lumen building in Severance. And there's something about his rejection letter that I found really comforting. He says, I get an email back. This is Ben Stiller saying, reading this out. I get an email back from President Barack Obama. Hey, Ben, big fan of the show. Love season 1. Can't wait for season 2. Don't think I have the time in my schedule to make this happen. And what I love about it is that, like, at any level, you're getting rejection letters like this, and you can't take it personally. It's fine. Severance he loves Severance. He's not going to do it. Knows a full sentence, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I love this.
Every level, you're getting rejection, and like, I don't know, there's something about it that was like, great.
I love, don't think I have the time in my schedule to make this happen. I love that. I honestly, I'm going to start just copy and pasting it directly.
If you get a message like that from Natasha,
you know where it came from. You know its origin story. Oh my gosh, great stuff. Great, Obama. We just always. He never does wrong.
Okay, ETHDenver recap, real quick. We're going to keep it punchy here.
Punchy. What is there to say? I would say that sentiment. First of all, I saw this ETHDenver as sort of my senior year. This is my 4th ETHDenver. I've done it. I've done it a few times. I am familiar with the players and the vibe. I would say that conference center felt light.
Yeah.
That could be due to the market. That could be due to too many, arguably, side events all over, everywhere. I think I saw somewhere 300 to 500, 300 something. Too many side events. And Uber drivers confirmed this. Kate had a Uber driver data point around them being like, wow, there's a ton of what you guys call side events. And I was like, wow, this guy's locked in. He knows what's up.
Totally.
And so that was part of it. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think an attendance drop for sure. Lots of side events. I mean, I went to some good ones, so like the level of production is increasing on these things, and like I went to a Unichain one that was great. Tons of people there, really good energy. I went to this like ZK one that was like had a really high production fidelity and like it was like clearly well thought through.
Yeah.
I will say like I don't see people ever paying attention to panels or speakers. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but like I don't know that people pay attention when they're even if they are in an audience.
People are not there for the programming, like in any way. They're there to network. They're there to build connections, partnerships, make friends, see old friends.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to listen to programming. I haven't seen one time where there's like a full
How was
room
your talk with
genuinely.
the Blackbird guy?
Our talk was great. It was great, but like I don't know that there's people really paying attention. And
How many
that's like
people were
main
in the
stage.
audience?
I really don't know. The lights were very bright. I mean, the room was full, but they cut the room. Remember when we did this last year? It was like seats to the back.
Uh-huh.
This year it was like half. They like moved it way up. So there
Okay.
was really not that many seats.
Okay.
But and like I just don't know that people are paying attention. And so you're kind of like, what's happening here?
I know. I
Um,
don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to like what's the solve for that?
yeah. Um, some topics that were this is what I was hearing a lot about. Um, AI might as well have been an AI conference. Like everybody's talking about her. Um, stable coins, stable coins.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
pivoting to stablecoins.
Yeah, it's now boysclub.stablecoins. What else did you? I see you have some other notes. I don't want to take your notes here. So there's two other notes that you had.
Sorry,
ZK.
I'm having a little bit of a mic issue. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. ZK and identity stuff, a lot of ZK and identity stuff. So Evan's project, Bravado.id, Cello has a new self project that's about like identity and passports, but using ZK. So there's some fun stuff that's going on there. I also went to like a ZK side thing. So I also am biased, I think, because I saw a lot of that programming. DPIN, stop side paneling side events. Stop paneling side events to death. The solve is easy. Yeah.
I stayed at the Matcha Zero X house, which was really fun, and they had some great programming. One of which was a design roast that was actually like quite good, and what I found was one of the more well dressed events, and I was like, this makes sense. All the designers in the room.
Right.
And I was like, oh, cool. Like everybody's kind of dressed cool here. Then I was like, oh, okay. And that was really fun. And it was like live, like Bobby was like pulling stuff up and people were talking through it.
A workshop format, I will say, is a great way to get people engaged.
I agree.
And I think it's a totally different energy. I think it's in many ways harder because you really have to be on your game to be able to do it effectively. But I do think but like that also assumes a smaller room.
It does. And honestly, I think that's the way to go. I think you design for a small room where there's 20 to 40 people and it's like quality over quantity and people who are really engaged in the topic that you're trying to work through or talk about. We had some really fun events. We did a brunch with Puff Paw that was just like chic and fun and great and had a wonderful time. They're so fun. And then we did a get ready with me with MetaMask, which got their new card and then went and used that card at Sephora, which was a really great time.
Nice.
And
it's just
and
a tap to pay?
Tap to pay. And as I was paying, I was like, this isn't gonna work. Like I just was like, this isn't gonna work. and I was like ready to tap to pay with my phone. And it worked. And Kate has a video of me like genuinely looking shocked. Like I was like, oh my gosh, it worked. And that was an exciting moment.
What did you get at Sephora?
Just like some skincare stuff, and then it's my like NARS concealer. You know?
Okay, nice.
I love a NARS concealer. Mm-hmm. And then we had a great party with Space and Time and Polygon. Our third annual party at ETHDenver at Fort Greene Bar, and it was really fun. So I had a great time.
Yeah, we both really went
full port max extract.
It was a full port night, but
nothing else needs to be said or heard about that evening. I just one highlight moment that I do have to say, like, wow, what can't she do for
Uh-huh.
myself
Uh-huh.
was it was late and some blurry moments, but a clear moment for me was I'm sitting on the toilet of the bathroom, like not fully clothed, like, toilet seat
Uh-huh.
down,
Uh-huh.
because I had to take a call.
Just as a seat. It was just a chair.
It was a chair for me, a private moment for
Uh-huh.
me, sitting there. Miranda called Miranda because
Yeah.
like
2 a.m.
somewhere in
Where
my
are we?
head,
What's the
it's
time?
2, it's 2, maybe 1:45. I
Mhm.
knew I had the presence of mind. Something needs to happen. Internal clock, which is
Mhm.
incredible.
Yeah.
Call Miranda. Hey,
Great choice.
and great choice. How's it going? And she gave me some instructions, which was close out the bar tab, get the card, pass the card to Kate, who will then pass the card to you.
Yeah.
And I have to say, unbelievable stuff that I executed on it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
like
yeah.
that is I was like I couldn't believe that I was able to operate at that level in the state that I was in.
It was very impressive. I saw
Thank you.
the receipt come into my email, and then I got a text from Kate that said the credit card is on the table at our Airbnb, and I was like, look at that, flawless execution,
Flawless
flawless.
execution. Incredible stuff. There's more to be said there, but you'd have to be a literal personal friend of mine to hear it. So we're gonna move on.
Like
From
one shout out that actually one thing that I want to do is just in terms of ETHDenver recap. This is not actually ETHDenver related, but I feel like this tweet from Meltem is grounding. And I think something that as we enter a new cycle, as we go into, I don't know, I actually, going back to this tweet, where are we at? Bull market, bear market? Who knows? Like, truly don't know. It's so
Yeah.
weird right now. And that this is my genuine asking. I don't know. And
Yeah.
I need someone to tell me. It's not, it seems like 56% say that we're in a bear market, but 43% saying we're in a bull market is like still quite a lot of people. So I
It's
don't know
crazy.
I don't know where we're at. But I do think that this tweet from Meltem is worth highlighting. Cursed crypto narratives. We repeat every cycle. Automated portfolio management, robo advisors, agentic trading being like the one that we're seeing now, tokenized social clubs and affinity groups, which not wrong, not wrong,
Not wrong.
not wrong. And of course, I recognize ourselves in that, but like we all are living and growing every day. Tracking and trading carbon credits on chain, which is just like shots fired.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's crazy. That was a crazy shot. And then angel list for X democratizing access to a niche asset class. So I just think that's like, it's good to see and to know and to be really
Sobering.
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
And then just a quick little tiny shout out. This is my Proud Wife Prom anecdote. This beautiful woman, Mariam, came up to me at a moment of crisis. I will say.
Okay.
I was having a moment where
you were having a moment.
I was having a moment. I was having.
Yeah, I was there. I think I witnessed this.
I saw you after that, but it was.
Okay.
This was fresh off the crisis moment.
Okay.
I grabbed Miranda, and then like there's like some girls that are starting to come around that are all just lovely, like Layla and Mish and a bunch of really great people. And we're kind of standing in a circle, and I was just like, I was having a cigarette, and I was like, man, I was just like in it, and kind of like a little not down, but like just like having feelings. And this beautiful woman came up to me, and she was like, I just want to tell you, I'm such a big fan.
Oh, that's so nice.
Boys Club, and then she proceeded to go on and say like, this is the reason Boys Club is the reason I've like stayed in crypto, and she has this job at Euler, and like she was like this.
I love that.
I would have been gone if you guys weren't around, and like the podcast, and I think the meetups, and I think she's found like a whole group of friends now through Boys Club girls, and I was like, you know what, that's
her
that right there, and she was so lovely.
That's like, so nice.
Just wonderful. Nice. And I hadn't met her before, so I just want to give a quick shout out there.
I love that. I remember the next day, quite a few people telling me, we were all looking for you. We were all looking for you. Like 10, 15 people were like, we were looking for you. I was like, what? I was there.
Yeah.
And then we did find each other.
We were looking for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Crypto Reserve.
Crypto Reserve. So Sunday, I'm like, I'm having a normal Sunday, and actually not a normal Sunday. I'd gotten back on Saturday, and I was trying to reacclimate to normal life. And part of that was like, I'm not going to be very online. I'm just going to like be home.
Nice.
And then Trump posts this on Truth Social, which is basically him saying what assets will be in what's called a US crypto strategic reserve. And the strategic reserve has been like edged for months and months and months now.
Yeah.
And no one, there's been like a lack of clarity around like what it is, what assets are going to be in it, like who knows. But on Sunday, this post goes out, and in it, he names by name XRP, Solana, and ADA, which is Cardano. And everyone's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Like, and
Yeah.
this bottom post is what goes out first. And then a couple hours later, he's like, whatever, I had gotten a call from like all the people all the lobbyists who were like, all the Bitcoin lobbyists were like, what the hell? We gave you like
what are you doing?
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? And so he like follows up and he says, Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously Bitcoin
obviously
Bitcoin and Ethereum and other valuable cryptocurrencies are going to be at the heart of the reserve. I also love Bitcoin and Ethereum. But it was just like a crazy moment, and it sent everyone into a tailspin, primarily because it was like, wait, what are XRP and what are we doing?
Do you know
here?
that meme of oh my gosh, I don't know who he is, but he's an NBA player and he's like looking at a piece of paper?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? That was my feeling. I was like, what? What am I looking at?
And the thing about Cardano in particular is that, so I got into crypto in 2017, and there was a string of coins or tokens or assets or whatever that were like hot then.
Yeah.
And 2017, I don't know, 8 years ago? Was that 8 years ago? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
What are you doing to me? Yeah, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. And it was like in a basket of like a Litecoin was another one where it was like, these are the ones. And it was like ICO and that cycle. And then everything crashed. And there has been still some people that are trying to make Cardano happen, but like it's been done for a really long time.
Yeah.
And, but whatever, someone got close to him, like someone got.
I respect it. Honestly, I respect it. I want something like this to happen for Boys Club where people are like,
I don't know why, but someone got
what? That's included. And I could see that for us. So I respect it a lot. I wish all of this were pumping the bags a little bit more. You would think that
one would think,
but you know,
who knows? Okay, so there was just a few more bits on the strategic reserve. There was a really great article that Nick Carter had in Cointelegraph or CoinDesk, I don't know, one of them, that was about 8 reasons it's not a good idea, basically. And he's like super bullish guy.
Yeah.
Very publicly Bitcoiner, pro-Trump, I think, openly as well. And like, so him coming out and publishing this opinion piece is like, you know, you pay attention in those moments.
Yeah.
There's a few highlights that I want to pull out. One is this idea of what's easily done is easily undone. And honestly, I kind of feel like this is going to be true for a lot of the stuff that Trump is doing right now, where basically he's going around Congress. He's not getting congressional authorization for purchase. And Nick's point here is that like, if he's doing it in this way, the next administration is not going to feel bound by a policy and could reverse it and like nuke the market in the process, is what he says.
Okay.
And I feel like this is actually a first principle that we should be remembering about a lot of the stuff that Trump is doing right now, which is that if it's so easy to do it, like it can be so easily undone. So I felt like this was like a really helpful insight for me. This next one here, Bitcoin does not need the government. So the libertarian side of the Bitcoin movement, the Bitcoiners, don't believe in the government's involvement in their life, their money, certainly, their Bitcoin, definitely. So I think there's been this weird ideological shift that's been happening over the past, whatever, since Trump has started to embrace Bitcoin, where you see this kind of split where people are like, where the Bitcoiners are like, well, wait, now we like want the government to do this strategic reserve. And like, there's been honestly kind of like a little bit of a lack of integrity around like some of the ideals that the early Bitcoiners have had around like government's involvement in money. And but I do think that this line right here, a crypto reserve, would transform Bitcoin from an apolitical asset into the plaything of a government. And I think that makes it, I don't know, like tainted in many ways, and brings some risk to it that I feel like is getting people are ignoring right now because they want it to pump so badly.
Yeah.
That like they just want whatever good news.
It's short-sighted.
It's short-sighted. Yeah. It's really short-sighted. On that note, everyone is kissing ass right now to try and get to this digital asset summit tomorrow.
I actually almost texted you and was like, how do we get to the digital asset summit? And then I was like, that's a stupid thing to text. That's a delulu.
Wait, a one-on-one text? You're gonna
a one-on-one. Yeah.
Oh,
like, how should we get
like
to
an earnest ask?
No, like a literal, like, oh, who should we text to get to the digital asset summit?
Everyone is posting this, and this has been copy pasted, as you can imagine, which is like, thank you to President Trump for the invitation, like a clear ass kissing move. But anyone is going to the White House Digital Asset Summit on Friday, and I guess we'll see what happens from there. But it's been really interesting to watch. And then the last point here from Nick's article is about this idea of Trump, as we know, not only the Trump meme coin, but we know that he's buying ETH and buying all these assets, and we are able to see a lot of what he's doing on chain. And I think that there's this idea that like he's also making some smart policy decisions around personnel, people that he's putting into place, like the Quintenas for the SEC or CFTC. And like, there's some people that he's choosing, or that his people are choosing for him, that are like, are good decisions and positive for the crypto industry. But when you have that side by side to something like the crypto strategic reserve that has a Cardano in it, it makes it all of a sudden, it pulls the rug out from under it, where you're like, well, I don't know, it all kind of seems suspect now.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
It taints it. Yeah.
It taints it. And it taints the credibility of the stuff that could be arguably good for the industry. And so I think that sucks, because that's like further polarizes people and the reaction to it.
Totally.
So,
okay. Crypto strategic reserve. One thing to shout out again, we are doing a critter giveaway.
Oh yeah.
So we made a little critter, which is an air monitor that also has like a Tamagotchi-esque feature, and we are giving it away at the end of this live stream. So at the top of the chat, there is a form to fill out. There it is, a form to fill out to win it. Okay, JD Vance face. I fear, Miranda has also said this, is having the opposite effect of what people want, which is his face has been memed to hell and altered in every which way you could possibly imagine. There it is. And the result is actually that, like, I saw real pictures of him yesterday, and I was like, oh, he's not bad looking, because this was what was in my head. This is who he is to me now, because my cortisol face. The ticker is cortisol face, which is so funny. Okay. Anyway, it's really funny. There's nothing else to say here.
There's nothing else to say. There is a meme coin that happened, but I don't know that.
We're not serious people, I think was the which is so true.
You're not serious people. The Puis meme coin that's based off of the I don't actually know where it came from.
Originated. I don't either.
I'd be interested to see that.
I don't know the origin.
I will say, I've of course been seeing all the JD Vance faces, and then for some reason this one really got me.
Killed me.
What is it
Why
about
was this so good?
So funny. It's something like, I don't know.
So funny.
Because all of the the image altering that you've been seeing so far has been like a really close up of his face.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's something about this one, like being in situ,
Oh
that
my
is
gosh.
just like so funny. Oh my god, this
Obsessed.
person won
Obsessed.
IMO.
It's incredible. So good. Okay. New
Okay,
iPad fumble.
new iPad fumble. So if you saw this, Tim Cook yesterday, yeah, today's the 4th, today's the 5th. Tim Cook announced the newest iPad Air, which had been teased for a while.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? This is so exciting. And then they said, oh, actually, it's the iPad Air that is basically the same, except it has like a slightly better processor and this like keyboard thing. And there's like a couple like small updates.
Changes.
And everyone's basically like cooked.
Totally.
I was texting my husband Dave about it, and I was like, "Can you like, what's the deal?" And he was like,
Incremental.
"Incremental,
Incremental is so funny.
just incremental." So I don't know what's happening there, but I think
Something's wrong. Something's wrong. The
wrong.
emoji campaign, absolutely really not good.
Yeah,
Something's amiss. We need to reset collectively on Apple. I don't know what or who needs to change that
yeah,
above my pay grade, but
totally.
it needs to happen. You know what? Okay, go back to the one that said like the packing. What this a tweet that I kind of want to put together, but it's like too much of a deep cut, is what's the Call Me by Your Name guy that came out as like like people thought he was a cannibal or not
Army Hammer.
cannibal. Army
Yeah,
Hammer.
no, it was.
And he like had these leaked tweets. I think it was him that were like, "Oh my god, you're so sexy." Like do you remember these tweets?
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
And like people like and it's like really aggressive and like then people used it for like really dumb shit.
Uh-huh.
Kate, if you can find it, that would be huge.
No worries
But
if
I
not, Kate.
no, totally no worries if not. But doing some sort of quote tweet around that. Anyway, I got to put it together. It'll be in the drafts and we can
I
look at it next
appreciate
week.
the workshopping. I'm not fully getting the vision, but
No worries.
I trust that it can come together.
Absolutely no worries.
And then just a classic here. Honestly, we've seen this
So
before in recently with Apple releases. So, they got to deal with this. Okay, what's happening here? Tune.fm.
Okay. Yeah, we're let me just pull up my notes here. This is quite a big announcement, honestly.
Okay.
So Snoop Dogg is moving a significant portion of his catalog, including Death Row Records recordings, to the Tune.fm platform, which is like a Web3 music platform. Which is surprising, honestly, that we're still doing music NFTs, but this is here and it's happening. So this is sort of marking a shift, some may say, that we are finding some Web3 based alternatives that are legitimate for people. And hold on, let me turn my text off. And essentially, like how Tune FM works, from my understanding, is that they have a token called Jam that you can pay artists directly. And you can do that for streaming, for tipping, for exclusive content. And my understanding is that the artist makes those decisions. Like some music you can just stream, some music you have to pay for. And it's not really like any evolution on what we saw in the 2021, from what I can see, the 2021 market around music NFTs. But he's doing it. Snoop's doing it. So, and the other thing that he's doing is releasing a new single called Spaceship Party exclusive to Tune FM. So, and then he said all the other things that everybody always says, which is like unique fan experiences, private gatherings, VIP events. And there is talks that Tune.fm is in talks with major distributors like Universal and Sony. We'll see.
Okay.
And like, the message. It's like, get money back into the hands of artists, disrupt third-party
Intermediaries.
intermediaries who are taking from the artists and taking from the consumers. My problem always is here that the artists have no power right now. They're in no position of leverage. I mean, big artists like Snoop Dogg and whatever are, obviously, but like they're not that incentivized. If you're a big enough artist, you're not incentivized to make a change because you're like, whatever, I'm actually making enough from Spotify that like I don't need to rock the boat. And if you're a small artist, you don't have any incentive or you have no power to make a change, and like nobody really cares about where your catalog lives. So I don't know, I'd love to see it work. It's just like we've seen this. If you go to the next slide here, we doing this again is kind of the sentiment that struck my heart.
Yeah.
I don't want to be negative.
I want it to work. I also I just got a flashback to a social fumble from Treadway Prom.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Related to this.
Okay.
Okay. So I see Evan
McMullen.
McMullen. She's with this guy. And I go to her and talk to her, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And like saying hi to Evan. And then she introduces me to this guy. And the first thing he says, I can't remember his name, probably better that way, but the first thing he says was, or maybe she introduces him as that, but like very quickly in the conversation, he or she says, I did the first, I don't know. I did the first like media NFT. I did the first music asset like in 2017. He something about music on. Oh, I put the first music on chain, I think.
Okay.
In like 2000, not even 17. I want to say it was like it was early.
Okay.
And that was his introduction. And I'm like, okay, music NFTs. Like music NFTs. I make a Cooper Turley joke.
Yeah, totally. That was a lot of the replies to this. Yeah.
Music NFTs. Just music NFTs. Because that was famously
the meme. The meme of 2021.
Tweeting music NFTs and like whatever, tweeting that into existence. And not a single laugh.
Oh.
Not a single
absolutely laugh. Brutal.
And in fact, like some offense taken.
Oh no.
Yeah. Not by Evan, of course, but by this guy who clearly did not think
didn't get the joke, didn't get the meme.
Didn't get the maybe did and didn't think it was funny or like whatever. And I was just like, okay, I have to move on.
Many such cases. Yeah, many such cases.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is Adam Levine.
It's Adam Levine. It's Adam Levine. Oh my God, this is so good. Okay, yes, Adam Levine. It was revealed that he cheated on his wife, which gross, ew. And then this is what came out. It's truly unreal how I can't remember what it's blurred out, but hot you are. Like it blows my mind. And I want to put this with the iPad, which would be a great tweet.
It would be
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Thank you, Kate, for your service. Wow, you really had to dig deep because I gave you the wrong person. So thank you.
Yeah, she was very drunk.
Totally. Okay, turn it back to you.
I bombed, but that's fine. Okay, Aella, new Aella poll. I actually, as I was digging into this, I was like, I don't think I can talk about this poll.
We can skip it. We can skip it.
I think let's skip it. All that to say,
if you're unfamiliar with Aella's game, that's a journey that you will need to go on independently.
And you should opt into that and consent to that yourself.
It's a not safe for work type environment.
It sure is. Yeah.
So
but all that to say that like I am very attuned to the work that she does. The research.
You are constantly bringing it up, to be honest.
The research work that she does, and she just had a profile in the Atlantic that's very interesting and just really fascinating stuff. But we can't talk about it.
Wow, what a tease!
Sorry.
Major tease.
If you want to talk to me about the work that she does,
totally. We could do a separate episode that people have to like subscribe to our Patreon or something that doesn't currently exist. Okay.
On-chain TikTok.
On-chain TikTok. Okay. Lots to be said here around this. So I'm just going to actually start by reading the thread. So Alexis Ohanian, who is wife to tennis player and star Serena Williams, how I like to refer to him. Also previously the co-founder of Reddit and investor, tech entrepreneur. He tweeted yesterday, exciting news for the digital world. I'm officially now one of the people trying to buy TikTok US and bring it on chain. TikTok has been a game changer for creators, and its future should be built by them. Users should own their own data. Creators should own their audience, period. Frequency will empower these principles to become reality. And with transparency and accountability at the core, this new TikTok won't just be fair. It will be, in caps, greater. I love the vision, genuinely. I really want to see a reality where social media on chain actually exists, ownership of your audience actually exists, data is interoperable and you can have a more personalized experience of your social life online. I think it's what I want to see in the world. And I hope that this will happen. I don't know.
I'm sensing a but.
I'm not going to go negative again because I was negative on the 2 previous slides I presented. And he did have a social fumble, which he didn't say on chain as one word, which was a little bit of a, if you pull it back up with the 3 Inglorious Bastards, this is like,
a tell.
You explain it. A tell.
It's a tell that he's not like
in the culture.
He's not in the on-chain culture, which honestly,
maybe it's good. Maybe it's
fine. It's totally fine. I think my question,
Big L.
My question here is like, does he have the bank balance?
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Mr. Beast.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so he's announced with Frank McCourt that they're putting their bid in. There is some discussion that it could go for as much as $50 billion. And why this media stir is happening now is basically January 19th, the app shut down. Trump gave an extension of 75 days for a sale to be executed. And so we're up against the clock, essentially. Like, it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. Other people that have been bidding for TikTok US is tech entrepreneur Jesse Tinsley, also Mr. Beast, also Reed Ransner. So there's a few people who are throwing their hat in the ring. I don't know. It doesn't feel likely that this is going to happen.
Okay. Can I just tell you a little bit? I'm on Frank McCourt's Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
It could. And here's why. In 2004, he purchased a controlling interest. In the Dodger. Okay. So chairman of the LA Dodgers, he purchased the controlling interest from Fox Entertainment Group. I read this quickly and I thought that he had a partial share in Fox Entertainment Group, like Rupert Murdoch's thing, but it doesn't appear to be the case.
Okay. He owns part of the Dodgers.
He owns part of the Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers are maybe a few billion. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of men who own sports teams. I don't think that makes it any more likely.
That's not a prerequisite for being able to buy TikTok. A lot of what I was reading is that like ByteDance is just like gonna let it die. Like, I don't know that they're incentivized by the purchase of $50 billion, which is crazy, but also an indicator of maybe why TikTok is going to be shut down in the US, because there is an ulterior motive besides money.
Okay, wait. One thing on here, Project Liberty. I'm going to do some digging on this after this show. In 2021, McCourt announced $100 million in funding for a nonprofit initiative called Project Liberty with the intention to, quote, construct a new internet infrastructure. The investment first went into funding the development of decentralized social networking protocol, DSNP, which is an open source code that developers can use to build social. So I don't know. Maybe he's in the game in a more meaningful way. I need to do some digging on Project Liberty. Do we know any Project Liberty comments?
Oh, Reggie has some thoughts. We should have Reggie on to talk about his thoughts on this.
Hey, Reggie.
I'm like, Reggie, here's the link.
Okay. Hold on. I think it's less likely because China won't let it happen. I think if they said yes, they'd sell any bank would line up to support whoever wins with. Yeah. I think
okay. That's interesting. Okay. Next up in Alexis Ohanian news, he announced.
Yeah. Do you want me to take this?
Sure. I mean, I have done the research. Let's just totally collaborate on it. I think the way to do it, though, is for us to watch this video. And also, one thing I have to note from a PR perspective is that it was really strategic for him the day before he announces this project that he said he put in a big bid for TikTok, because I wouldn't have paid attention to this news if I hadn't been like, oh, I'm looking at his Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, I will turn this out.
Darling, Digg skyrockets with millions of loyal users.
From startup to superstar.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Kevin Rose.
Former Digg loyalists flood to Reddit.
Digg versus Reddit. Ohanian seizes the moment.
Did you hear that awful sound? Oh,
we can turn it off. So Basically,
Yeah.
basically the news here, if people are not familiar, Digg was a news aggregator website that was really big in like 2004 time. And essentially users could submit news stories and people would vote on those news stories. And then the big story here is, and then the most popular would like populate on the front page, very similar to Reddit. And basically him and Reddit, Digg and Reddit, were huge rivals, and obviously Reddit won out on that and Digg did not, and they sold in 2012. They like famously changed the how it all worked, and then like no, everybody stopped using it essentially. And so the big announcement here is that Alexis Ohanian and Kevin Rose was the founder of Digg, those two dudes who were previously rivals are now partnering up. They bought Digg and they are relaunching it. And so that's like the TLDR on what's happening. There's a bunch of stuff around like what they're going to bring to the table that's different this time. They're prioritizing moderators, which both of those platforms famously did not do. They're going to use AI, et cetera, et cetera. But curious what you think here.
Yeah, I mean, I think like when you're thinking about what makes it different from last time, they're really leaning on this idea of AI moderating, but like doing the grunt work of moderating. So they've called it, how can we remove the janitorial work of moderators and community managers, and convert what they do every day into more of a kind of director of vibes, culture, and community.
Two dudes, one Digg. That is such an incredible ticker. Incredible stuff.
Oh man. Yeah, I think the question is like, the only thing that makes these, like what makes these spaces really electric is the people, like, and what makes these like community spaces is knowing that you're not in amongst AI slop, like knowing that you're in amongst people who have all sorts of whatever perspectives and are going to bring like their unique humor or insight or information to the conversation. So I will be interested to see how, I don't know, they say they will use AI to litigate pointless fights. I don't know, maybe that would be useful. But I think
what comes to mind for me?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, the bots on Blue Sky fighting with each other.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
what comes up for me.
Yeah.
I thought when I saw this news, I hate to say this, and maybe this is just like, smooth brain stuff from working in crypto, but I thought there was going to be some like token distribution to moderators, which would have been really cool. One token. But honestly, that's a use case that actually makes sense. Is like moderators of these platforms, it's a thankless job and people do it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
And they are essential to the success. Like Reddit would not exist without moderators who are obsessively caring for these online communities, and they don't see any of the upside of it. So that's what I thought they were going to say, and maybe they will. And if they take that idea, I would love Natasha Hoskins.eth would love a airdrop, por favor.
Okay, let's move on. Crypto the Game is starting soon. Did you see the drama? Did you see the drama that already?
I haven't seen it. I saw the tweet or Telegram message that came in that said the drama's already starting, but I haven't seen what the drama is. So you got to tell me.
Okay, I will show you. But for those who don't know, Crypto the Game, Survivor-like game,
online survivor game
that is
800 people play. It takes up your entire life. Last time I was doing it, I was visiting my sister and you in Nashville. And this time I'm visiting my sister in Florida, and she called me yesterday and I was like, I have to tell you, I'm playing that game. And like, I'm sure in my sister's head, she's like, are you playing this game all the time? Like, why every time you're visiting me, you're playing this game? And I've seen her since, and of course wasn't playing, but she was like excited because she's obsessed with Survivor, so she can play via me. And she was like, great. And I was like, the vote's at 8:00 every night, and she's like trad wife, 4 kids, and she's like, great, I'll put the kids down. As soon as the kids are down, we can see how the vote shakes out. And I was like, great.
She's so supportive. So
she's very supportive.
Yeah, the vote's at 8, and then you and I are going to do after the final vote, which is a live stream every night. We're going to be chatting about what happened during the day. So the game starts on Monday, but you have to buy into the game
This weekend.
Friday, I think. If you played season 1 or season 2, then you have a early buy-in, which I think happens tomorrow. But then for the rest of folks, it's on Friday. So if you didn't play season 1 or season 2 and you want to,
and it's after the final vote is our official companion show. It's a great time. We'll be doing it live on Twitter. We'll also be putting it on the podcast feed for people to listen to as well. So tune in.
Okay. I'm going to share the tab and present this with little comment.
Okay.
Context here is that...
Okay, we have to move quick because I really want to get to my quick hits.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
The context is that Farcaster is involved this season, and there was some drama with season 2 with a competing social ecosystem that Farcaster is shots fired.
Honestly,
so the drama's already begun, and it will only intensify.
Wow, I love this energy. This is like a full circle moment to the beginning of what I said.
If you had 10x more agency, what would you do?
What would you do? What would you do? Send the tweet. Send the tweet is what you would do. Wow.
Send the tweet. Okay, well, let's move on.
Okay.
Oh, revenue velocity. We don't have to talk about this. I would just have been thinking this, I think, is just an interesting thing. 1 minute on it.
Great.
Are we okay with that? 1 minute on it?
Yeah, totally.
Jeff Morris Jr., who has a venture fund, he posted this thing this morning that was about how basically like the Series A game is even harder than it has been. And I think we all know that like the venture business in general is really hard right now. But in particular for teams that are raising, he was talking about how like it's not just about hitting revenue benchmarks. It's the speed at which you hit them, which is perhaps more important right now. He says this. Someone commented 0 to 1 million in 3 to 6 months is far more compelling than 2 million in 3 years. So I'm so glad I'm not raising venture capital because this would
incredible. This spiral, full spiral.
Oh, full spiral on this. So I'm so glad. I'm sorry that it happened, and it's not. I'm so glad it's not me.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna go through 3 quick hits here of what's just like happening on my internet. And we're going to weigh in on them, and would love also for the chat to weigh in if there's things that they think here. So Meghan Markle has a new show on Netflix, and this new show is called With Love, Meghan. And I have to tell you, my algorithm, my Twitter does not have very nice things to say about it. It is not being well received. And I have seen some clips that I do have to say are so insufferable, almost unwatchable, where you're like, actually, what this love, it sucks. What this brings up for me, like, you ever watch something and you think, wow, my response to this is so ugly that I actually need to leave. I need to leave this part of the internet.
No,
and that is how I felt.
Something nice. Don't say anything at all.
Exactly. But what I love here, this guy, Zach Peters, decided to give Meghan Markle's new Netflix show series a shot with Love, Meghan. What in the 2015 Pinterest series am I watching?
So is it just that it feels outdated, or is that it
feels outdated? It feels out of touch. It feels forced. Like there's this one clip with her and, oh my gosh, Mindy Kaling from The Office. And Mindy Kaling like is being really nice and says something around like Meghan Markle, and Meghan goes, well, it's so funny that you say Markle. It's actually Suffolk or whatever it is, like Duchess of Suffolk or whatever. And she was like, it's really important to me because like those are my children. And it's just like, whoa, like you're watching it and you're like, this woman she is not cool in there's no part of her that is laid back or fun. Is the vibe. So anyway, give it a hate watch if you're looking for that type of thing. If you're seeing positive comments, send them my way. I would love for my algorithm to be corrected.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Next one, Skims activation. Kate thought this was you, Natasha, which is such a funny thing to say for so many reasons. But I love Skims, and if you know me at all, you know that is true.
I think we've talked about Skims on every live stream since
every debate. I should get equity in this company for the amount of money that I spend there, and also how much I've shilled their bags. I have to say, I thought this was a flop.
Oh,
Of
really?
a marketing effort. There's only 270 likes on this tweet from
Okay,
Scandal.
that's a flop. I
It's a
think
flop.
that's objectively a flop. But I do think that it's a cool. I like how it's kind of grotesque and like.
I think it's very cool. I just think
Yeah.
whatever they did around it like didn't work. Like should have been a video. I don't know. Kim should have been there. There's a lot of like workshopping that needed to happen that
This alone didn't move the needle.
This alone did not move the needle. I will say Swim is coming out March 7th. So some marketing did work because it's in my brain. And you know where I'll be. Skims.com.
.com, yeah.
Okay, last thing here.
Yeah.
Last thing here, and then we can close it out here. Have you heard the term the Paddock Slut?
No.
Oh my God. I am dying over this. This is taking up my entire feed, and I couldn't be happier about it. So basically, the term the Paddock Slut is like now a shorthand for Carlos Sainz, who I love, who was previously, this is F1 for those who don't know, he was previously on Ferrari. He got booted because Lewis Hamilton took his spot, and he then is now at Williams. The new F1 Drive to
Williams?
He's at Williams. And honestly, Deana, you know what it made me feel? We need to fire up a group chat with the Kraken folks, and we need to do another event with them so that me and Carlos Sainz can get in the same room. We need to make it happen because
there's some social engineering that needs to
I'm going to close the deal. I'm going to close that deal. Okay. So he went to Williams, and this season of F1 Drive to Survive, a big storyline is where is he going to land? Like, where's he going to, because he's an excellent driver. And so basically in that, one of the other drivers says, the Paddock Slut, Carlos Sainz, because he's shopping around his deal to everybody.
Okay.
And he's out there trying to get the best deal he can.
Tagline.
So it became a tagline, but then the tagline has now totally taken off and has a life of its own. And he's doing like an insanely executed press tour that I respect so much. He's on this show with like, what's his name? The bald guy who cooks, Stanley Tucci. He's doing a show with Stanley Tucci. Like he does and those clips are going viral. And then now the sentiment is, oh my gosh, this man is actually like number one, like patient zero of male victim of misogyny. Like he is actually the poster child of talking inappropriately about a man because there's so much love for the Paddock Slut out there. And anyway, it's great. If you see a tweet about it, I highly recommend liking and bookmarking it because your entire feed will become it and it will be a great day for you.
Great.
That's it.
Well,
that's all.
That's Dumb Bitch Hour.
Lastly, the winner of our critter is Amy, which is a great winner. Amy, we will get your address.
Yeah, great.
Thank you for tuning into Dumb Bitch Hour. We love to see it. We here for you, and that's it. I'm ending the stream.
Great.
And it takes a second, so